Hello, I am here. Okay. Welcome to Touhou Phantasmagoria of Flower View. Alright, wait a second. This window is so freaking tiny. I think it's just how I made it. It's so freaking tiny. But yeah, I'm playing Touhou 9. I've been actually wanting to play this again. I already accomplished my goal of once ceasing Touhou 8. So now I'm wanting to play some of this game. I actually was curious on how to unlock the extra stage for this game, and it's like, it's simple, but it's really time consuming. You basically have to beat the game with all 12 characters. I didn't even know there are that many you could choose from. So it's not that hard. I don't know, just like with Touhou 3, it's like, you know, up until the last two stages, it's not that bad. But yeah, the last two stages are pretty difficult. Alright, so now, so far I've only beaten the game twice. Once as Marissa, and one as Raisin. Now, although I would love to play as Raisin again, because I like her design in this game, I gotta pick a different character, just so I can continue my goal of wanting to meet the secret boss, Yuka. But who should I pick? Let's see. Because I need to unlock more later on. Let's see. What about Sakuya? Focus speed, scope speed, charge speed. Seems like all of it is pretty good. Extra attack. Another murder. Jack the Ripper. Yumo's stats are pretty horrible. However, her normal speed is good, but other characters have good normal speed. Man, she's not that good. But I don't know, maybe some of her abilities makes up for it. It says her sword can destroy bullets. That seems pretty good. Activated spirits do not drip upward. Well, you obviously know which character I'm gonna pick from the title. I guess I'll pick Sakuya. Alright. Seldom are the times I traveled through this area doing the— oh yeah, for some reason it's cutting it off. The realization of its beauty. Spring breeze, tell me. What is tomorrow's dish, and tonight's dish too? There is no need to ask the spring breeze. The entree tomorrow will be fried bird. Tonight's dish is human-made. Now, just like with Touhou 3, I get why this is the case, but yeah, my biggest complaint about Touhou 3 and 9 is that you can't hold down the freaking button. You have to keep pressing the button, so sorry that you have to keep hearing button taps. Whoops, sorry, I'm doing pretty bad. I'm gonna try not to make an excuse of the screen. I could have made it full screen, but I really hate having to check. Hate having to check whether or not how it's showing up on the capture card is fine. There you go. I should make haste. Yeah, I think Sakuya was the first Touhou character that I knew about. I definitely saw Touhou characters before her, but I just didn't know they were from Touhou, or even what Touhou was years before. Above the clouds, there's nothing that appears out of place. You're actually coming all the way above the clouds. How novel. To believe that some information could be a certain here brought me to these heights. Can't find anything up here, huh? How could you possibly find clues about the flowers way up somewhere? I would say, at least in my opinion, even though I will admit that I do think some of the Touhou games a bit after this, the characters look nice. But yeah, to me this is like the last Touhou game where I guess I think his art looked really nice. Because overall I actually do like the art in the first 9 Touhou games, but then it just kind of, I don't know. But it's just me. It's like, you know, some people might find his art to may have looked, maybe a little weird, but I actually like how it looks. Has a relaxing look to it, to its style. Although I could not tell you which one's my favorite, because some characters I like their designs in other games. There we go. As ever much noise resounds at these heights, however, no, time to depart. But if I had to choose overall, I guess Touhou 8, because I really like the oil paint look to it. Konpaku. Oh, certain weird beliefs that this place will be filled with something. Only the world of the living. Fills with flowers, the netherworld remains as ever was. So it is. Perhaps something special can be found here. I'm not lying. I don't know when I'll ever be able to get the chance, but it's like, when I was going through playing Touhou 8 again, I could not stop talking about it. I just kept talking about it and talking about it and talking about it, and just, I really just could not stop for some reason. I just really, even though my biggest complaint about the game is I'm not really a fan of the, whoops, see, I was trying to avoid that. Even though my biggest complaint about Touhou 8 is I don't like the bonus phases, I'm just gonna call them bonus phases because, you know, you get them if you exceed the time. Dang it, I was trying. Definitely have to play this game a little differently from Touhou 8. Told you I wasn't lying. It's just such a statement that rises suspicions. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the bonus phases because they're pretty difficult, and the only reward you get is getting a bonus points, a lot of bonus points if you beat it, but it just feels unsatisfying. I really hate it when I lose, and it's mandatory to do it on the final boss, and when you try to do the 1cc final boss, it is so unsatisfying. Oh, next up is Racing. This house is always so dark. Scarlet Devil Mansion has few windows, but even it is. Japanese houses don't have any lights that you can switch on. Here's Inaba. That's why it's dark here. So, what did you come for? I have come looking for clues. I need to know the mystery before you can get a hint. And I mentioned it in my Touhou 8 video, but yeah, Yuyuko and Racing are characters that are growing in popularity for me. I always liked Racing because her design definitely stands out with her bunny ears and her red eyes. With that combination. And I don't know why I like her design more in Touhou 8. I guess just because she just looks pretty cool in a white shirt. Or whatever. I really want to play the first 5 Touhou games again so bad. I swear, if the speed would just actually be normal, I would be down to... Shoot, I saw it, but I didn't. I would be so down to, First mistake was entering this house at the wrong time. Even if there are flowers, they cannot be seen. I would be so down to go through a phase playing those 5 games again. Uh-oh, the Terry Bub is gonna show up. Bamboo flowers are rare, aren't they? Oh, it's Reimu, never mind. But flowers aren't rare to begin with. With so many blooming bamboo flowers shall be dinner. What does I say, tomorrow? I'd rather have a few bamboo shoots for dinner. Also, some characters I'm not liking as much. I think just because some characters are... I think it's because I'm not liking them less, but it's just characters are like potentially surpassing them in my popularity. Like, popularity as in how much I'm liking them in my head. But no, just characters like Suika, for example, and potentially Raisin. But it's like, you know, I'm liking some of these characters potentially more than Reimu. Although in some games, she'll always be special. Hey, Reimu, what are you doing? Dang it. Okay, she's being a little aggressive. Alright. It's like whenever you fight Reimu, you're just guaranteed to have a challenging fight. Do you know why their rare ingredients taste better? This is because human taste not with their tongues, but with something. Okay, now do we get the Touhou baby? Wonder why without exception this outbreak is occurring all over the land. Lost in the bamboo forest? Yay, Touhou baby. You've been passing through the same spot for a while now. I felt as if there was some small, strange... as if I was coming closer to the source of this flower incident. Flower? Aren't you lost in the bamboo forest? If you want to get out, then do exactly as I say. I haven't drawn in 6 days. I've been wanting to for days now, but it's just one reason or another. Dang it, I thought I got out of that. Where am I? Okay, I wasn't doing so good there. Now I think about it, I haven't used any bombs up until now. Damn, fuck! I thought I almost beat her, for God. I swear to God, it just, she would not... It's like the only way for me to... It's how I lose a lot of the time, is just... They just do not want to go down. At least I'm having a challenging fight. Because I think by this point, when am I on, round 6? Like, yeah, by round 6 it starts to get... and this is what makes it exhausting, because it's like... pressing the buttons so much. Look at that, she's almost dead. That's the weird thing about Touhou 3 and 9 is that the difficulty can be so... The difficulty can either just, like, you can just keep trying and trying and trying and trying, and they just do not want to get out. They don't want to let up. But then sometimes they just, I don't know, just luck. It's like just tripped over. What is this anyway? Whoa. Yeah, that one is just kind of hard to... Okay, there we go. No, I never was lost at all. However, if I should take some of your good fortune, perhaps I shall grasp my goal. Alright, I think this is when it starts to get even harder. These are mountains I've never seen before. Never did I know Suzuran field bloomed here. Perhaps this shall be a piece of cake. A piece of cake? Are you saying that I should make some poison cake? Is there someone here? That's right. Since this place is full of Suzuran, you can make much more poison. Was Suzuran so poisonous? Poison, you see, if it's too strong, immediately is cleaned out. But a small amount of this will circulate through the whole body before you realize it. The most fearsome poison is one that will deteriorate the body and then the mind. If that's the way it is, then would sake be the best poison? You're so lucky. You will sleep in the field of Suzuran. That would be because of a lucky rabbit that I have found. Although since you brought it up, I do feel need to sleep. The Suzuran field is enveloped with faint poison. Naturally, these flowers are poisonous. Is this because I took so long before retiring last night? I should settle this matter with haste. How can you be so perfectly fine to miss that poison? Huh, you can't tell just by looking. I'm neither alive nor dead. I'm a doll that has been thrown away. This poison is nothing more than a fancy cosmetic to me. Alright, this is, I think, the third to last fight. Because I know there's one fight you have to fight in the fall environment. And then I remember what the final boss looks like. Which I saw fan art of her, and man, it was a little scary how they made her look in the eyes, but I like it. I do like the final boss in this game. I think their design is, it's cool. But like I said, you know, that's, I guess the thing that I enjoy about Touhou is that, you know, it's like characters that I like, but not a lot. I grew to love a lot. Like, for example, like Suika, and I'm growing to like Yuyuko. And Racing even more. Yeah, I saw it, but it's like, I was just kind of like, how am I supposed to avoid that? It's like slows you down, apparently. Damn it, I got hit again. I just gotta hope that she can just get out of here in a second, because we're both near death. Dang it, did I even go all the way? Yeah, this fight's dragging on. Yeah, this is the part that's bullshit, because it's like, you know, most of the time the computers would finally give up, but she's not dying, and she's just not giving up. Such bullshit. It is such bullshit. Because I swear to God, most of the time they don't drag the fight on that long. It's just so aggravating. Because she should have lost. She should have lost. Because when their health gets that low, they become more aggressive. And I can only last so long. It might really be, you know, that might be my second complaint about the 3rd and 9th game, is that it's just so... It's like, what causes you? Like, what causes you? What causes you to just wanna not die? It sucks because it's almost like the best idea is to not use my power. It's best to not use my power until... Damn it, I saw it, but I just couldn't react fast enough. And this is what I mean. Like, look how low her health is. How long is this gonna drag on? Yeah, sadly, I just can't really and done. See, she went down faster, that one. This field is dangerous. I shall depart with all due haste. Ah, geez, it'll take some time to repair this body. Ultimately, the poison that takes immediately, not more useful than the gradual one. That might be so, then. How about drinking some of this for me? What would this be? A belladonna drink. Who would drink that? Sorry, wait a second. Okay, I remember this part. There are almost no place left. I have not seen spring flowers, sunflowers, fall flowers, winter flowers, poisonous flowers. Within the suits around, however, the same poison. Certainly, this is important information. Someone's come to die again, huh? If you start now, you can fix your life. Think before doing this. Oh, tell me, when was I pursuing the course of suicide? Yeah, there she is. This is where the unknown soul sleeps. Muenzuka. The only reason for a human to come here would be to pass. Searching for flowers. Bearing a life force, I came upon this place. Who exactly are you? I judge the state of my life. I'm the first-class Sanzu River guide, Komachi Onzuka. I drop suicidal people into the river, so you should prepare yourself. I shall prepare myself for no such thing. If flowers were bear poison suspicious, then I believe these flowers may be a higanbana. Thus I came here. Higanbana? That's silly. There's no way they'd be blooming now. They are in full bloom. Perhaps you should become aware of your surroundings. Huh? What's going on? Higanbana are blooming and cherry blossoms too? Purple cherry blossoms? How could this be? I appear to know something of this. Not at all. I don't know anything. Flying over all of Gyeongsoku, I could find no clues. I even came as far as places I never would ordinarily go, such as this Muenzuka. Here I finally have confirmed the source. I'm telling you, I really don't know. I'm busy, so we'll have to part here. Wait a moment. Leave now and I shall kill myself. Yeah, you're one problematic human. But I really am busy. My beliefs about the Higabana were correct. I can allow you to leave now. I understand. Chaotic blooming of the Higabana is the barometer of the poison flowers approved disturbance and out. If you're going to interference with my work, then I shall show no mercy. Again, this is another hard fight. Pretty much, yeah, these last 3 fights are... Oh, they're annoying. And it's the same thing with Touhou 3, where it's like, by the last... Like, the second to last fight is difficult, and then once you get to the final boss fight, it's just... Wow. It's just really frustrating. And if I remember, this fight is really aggravating. It's like up until this point I've only lost once, but I'm probably gonna die several times here. Yeah, that ability is annoying. And you really want to get your gauge to 4 because you pretty much break. No, I want it. Get it, use the damn bomb. Do I not have any bombs? I keep forgetting, is bombs even a thing in this game? Yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah, it just... I don't think... Yeah, I just don't think bombs are a thing. Or does she just not really... Is that one of her disadvantages? I don't know. Yeah, like I said, the strategy is it's best not to... It's best not to use it until her health gets low. I have to keep reminding myself of that. Damn it! I saw it again, but I just can't react because how you play this game by constantly hitting the button just kind of delays my reaction. Am I making an excuse? Fuck. Damn, Jesus Christ, man. I don't mean to keep... I don't mean to keep getting hit. I'm not going to be able to beat her. She has to get hit 2 more times. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to beat her. And I fucking lost. Oh, man. I'm starting to get a little agitated because I'm being reminded that you just keep hearing tapping and that somehow aggravates me thinking about it. Damn it! Yeah, by the second to last stage, I'm gonna really struggle trying to dodge because these coins are just they're just too fucking difficult. By the last 2 rounds, I just gotta get lucky that they're stupid and getting hit, like just now. I don't know why she got hit. I can't... Like right now, she really needs to go away. Wow. I think I'm doing worse than usual. Like, I expect to lose a few times, but I think I'm kind of reaching the point of how many times I usually die against this fight. Because I can get to the final boss without losing and continue usually, just barely. It's like I just have to concentrate. Yeah, just use it. Just do it now, because by this point, as soon as she gets hit, you might as well, because now she's going to be more aggressive from this point on. Isn't making excuses fun? Alright, she needs one more hit, but she's going to be very stubborn about it. Look at this. Alright. Finally! Fucking. Alright, so precisely what is this flower incident? Please don't interfere with my work. If you keep doing this, then your employer shall be insist. Are you slacking off, Komachi? Kyun! I was not even being serious. Alright, last fight. Wow. That actually reminds me of... I'm wearing my headphones right now. Yep, this is the last stage. Alright, the world is overflowing with ghosts and flowers. On top of that, Komachi is fooling around with... Why does she slack off so much? So she has not... Wait, so she was not there to interfere with my work? There she is. Currently, Komachi's workload is too large. Spare me your business situation. More importantly, look around yourself. Do you believe this flower epidemic requires your attention? Of course, I understand, but that's just a part of business I'm in. A business involving blooming flowers. Is this person a florist? I don't know what it's saying. These flowers you see are possessed by the souls from the outside world that have lost their way. What I'm saying is that all these souls don't realize that they are, dead. What does it mean when their numbers multiply? Who knows? I don't know why the ghosts are multiplying. Perhaps a great number of murderers, such a thing is highly possible. But more importantly, let's talk about you for a moment. Yes, you're too cold to other humans. That would be because the only thing I touch humans with would be my cold steel. If you die as you are, it require quite some time if you cross the river. Whatever do you mean? If you behave badly, you might be able to cross the river. The river's width is the same as the breadth of the souls. How you live determines the width of the river. It's not fully clear to me, but I suppose that the longer it is to cross the Sanzu River, the more trouble there is. Souls will wear themselves out before they can reach Higan. Top of that, the boat isn't a comfortable one. I understand, souls can become fatigued as well. However, this regards the time after my death. Why tire myself with worry now? If I do not treasure my... For now, there is work for me regarding. If you don't take amends now, once you die, it will be too late. People who think that's treasuring the present is a virtue are in its terrible. Know well that the only way can live a good afterlife is to do good deeds during one's life. Look at that's a cool looking sprite now that you think about it. I haven't really been looking at the sprites precisely, but I like the sprites in this game. The characters. Can't remember her name yet, but one on the right, her sprite looks really cool. But yeah, this is definitely the hardest fight. If I recall, each time I do this fight, I'm just like, am I even going to beat her? Damn it! I just couldn't do it in time. I was trying to do it before I would get hit. Just couldn't do it. And just like with all the other fights, this fight is just really just gonna... It's just gonna be a kind of luck base because... Damn it, I swear to God, it's like, can't you... Like, let me fucking do my thing in time. The reason why I can't hold shift the whole time... Fuck you. Fuck off. First you have to learn to fear your judgment, then you'll likely take the right path. This might first continue. Probably going to use another continue in this fight. I will say I'm gonna be pissed off if I actually get a game over because that's never happened. It can happen. Okay, that is 100% my fault and I'm pissed off about it because I just kind of was not even looking. I just remember hating those freaking portals. Cool. Once again, I I'm out of energy. Fuck. She's not even losing any health. I imagine some of these campaigns are just going to be harder than others. Because some characters might just be harder to play as. Also, that's the reason... Well, actually, one of the reasons why I have a rag on where I have the arrow keys is because out of the two, it seems like my arm gets more tired on the right. But obviously, the other reason is that it seems like instinctively I hit the table with my right hand, and it's just a reflex. Fuck. It's like the only way to beat her is that I just cannot afford to get hit early on. I really cannot afford to get hit until she's almost dead. So, sadly I might have to mute. Because if the game frustrates me enough, you won't enjoy that, would you? Bullshit, man. I shouldn't have fucking... So stupid. Wow, I'm so stupid. I really should have just used it. Because now I just put myself in a bad situation now. See, the problem with the bombs is that it just doesn't kill them. Oh yeah, I'm screwed. Yeah, I'm so fucking screwed. Yeah, it just won't let me use any bombs. And dead. Alright, I'm gonna fucking mute. I'm just gonna keep getting angry. Yes! Alright, I actually did a lot better than I thought. I didn't die too much. Usually in that fight, I usually die like 5+ times. In fact, I think it was this fight where 7 times in a row, I just was so close to beating them and they just would not give up. Scarlet Mansion, Devil Mansion, a mansion whose color resembles that of blood. Currently, the flowers corruptly bloom through the Gyeonsoko in this place, coupled with the whites of the lake and the greens of the trees, crimson color. However, the other only crimson color of the roses seem to stand out too strongly. The tea is ready. Any rates of the flowers seem to be abnormal this year. Even the roses don't usually bloom this much. That is true, but it's pretty nice to have a time like this every once in a while. My, that's a pretty unusual thing for you to say. You always say something like, it's an incident, or this is serious, and you end up leaving unless I punish you. That doesn't always happen, and these flowers, I'm sure, it's a natural phenomenon instead of an incident. A natural phenomenon, sure. Even though the roses that had already been trimmed have rebloomed, sure. Sakuya. What should we do with all these flowers I gathered? Ah, Patchouli-sama. It's not safe to bring these flowers off during tea time. Why does it look like that? Wait a second. Seems there are poisonous ones mixed in. But that's okay. It's not really that much to us. Well, maybe except for Sakuya, the poisonous might be enough to actually... What effect? Well, she does hate bitter things, but there are usual flowers in there. So I thought we might need poisonous ones before getting to tea. Just like I thought, you don't sound like yourself. If you acted like the usual Sakuya, you wouldn't care about things like poison as long as it was something unusual. That's true. Anyways, you shouldn't touch the poisonous ones yourself. I imagine Patchouli talks in monotone, like she just doesn't really talk with much emotion. I thought the tea might taste good if we added something a little bit poisonous. What the heck is this? Isn't pufferfish where you add a little bit of the poison to have like the numbness when eating it? It's dangerous, but next time I think you should go for something that's healthier. What's wrong with you? Did you gnaw on a Belladonna flower or something? She said doesn't want anything bitter. What are you talking about? This is just my how I show my kindness, my warmth. I won't say anything cold to others anymore. Well, it is spring. In the end, the flowers throughout Gyeonsoko continue to bloom, though the cause of this incident was something she couldn't try to completely, ignore, grasp. It didn't feel dangerous from the start, and she didn't think that she should. With the incident of this degree, things should work out if it was left up to, speculation? This was the Shrine Maiden's job, and she, being a maid, felt that it was none of her business. Yes, this time her decisions not to solve the incident was out of her kindness, her warmth. The ghosts refused to accept her deaths, so they bloom flowers and pretend to something. Since the flowers feel the desire to keep blooming on. Congratulations. Congratulations. Oh yeah, I like the credits for this game. I like this song as well. I keep forgetting that I actually do own this game physically. I've been thinking about wanting to physically own 6, 7, and 8. The only problem is I have yet to really put the time into trying to figure out how to play. Oh my gosh, I close my eyes and I see blue and pink dots all over my eyelids. But it's like, I haven't been able to test it, but I know I can play it at least, but I would like to get 6, 7, and 8, but what sucks is I'm definitely going to have to spend like probably $10, $15 more if had I have gotten it like last year because of the damn tariffs. But they are brand new. And you, motherfucker. Silver? Yeah. Yeah. But did you get my results? Thank you. What the heck? What? Confused with my score. Oh, wait a minute. Was it because I got a game over? Well, I'm actually confused. Have I beaten this game twice as Marissa? Yeah, again, it said that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I only have 7. I don't know how. Well, actually, now I think about how do I unlock the other characters? Because before it was just these 5, and then I unlocked these 2 characters. How do I unlock the other characters? It would really suck if I have to meet certain conditions. Yeah, because here's all the... Oh my god. What happened? Okay. Alright, here we go. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, there's 12 characters, but I'm assuming I can't play as her. Shikiaiki. Medicine Melancholy. White Rabbit of Good Fortune. Moon Rabbit of Insanity. Ordinary Magician. Don't have any replays. If I could just 1cc it, then there could be a replay. But yeah, I might do one more campaign, maybe. If I did, I would do Reimu, but then I will have my fill with the game for now, and if I had to play it again, then probably later this year at the earliest. I wouldn't mind playing as Konpaku and Cyrano, unless if I unlock other characters. Sorry, the video's pretty much done. I just wanted to... If you want to leave, you can leave now. Just wanted to, look up something. I just want to check out, like, is there specific conditions to unlock characters? Oh, okay. So you basically just... Okay, so you basically just have to... Alright, you pretty much just have to beat the game with just any number of characters. So I had Cyrano and Mystia because I beat the game with 2 characters. And with 4, you get Lyrica and Touhou. So if I just beat the game one more time, that's going to motivate me. I think I want to beat it one more time this week to unlock Touhou. And it says 9 characters for Aya, Medicine, and Yuka. Really? Wait, who's the final boss in this game? I thought Yuka was. And they say it is, but... Let's see, beating extra mode with... Wait, beating extra mode with... Oh, beating extra mode with Komachi unlocks a key. Jeez. There's so many characters in this game. I thought it was 12, but there are so many more characters. Yeah, there are so many characters. Like, Touhou 3 had a lot of characters, but now looking online, yeah, there's more characters in this game. I guess that's what's kind of crazy, is that, you know, Touhou 3 had a lot of characters, but then when you play Touhou 4, you know, Marissa is now a new character for Touhou 4, you know, being played in, like, you know, what is more common Touhou gameplay. And then Touhou 5 added 4 characters to play as. And then with 6, it kind of rebooted it. which made sense because it was going from PC 98 to Windows. And then Touhou 7, they had 3 characters you could play as, and then Touhou 8, they had 4/8/9, if you want to count Ron appearing with Yukairi. And then with Touhou 9, it's like possibly 15, around 15 characters. It just kept expanding and expanding and expanding, and then finally with Touhou 10, it just kind of rebooted it, and I kind of hated that, because at least with Touhou 6, it felt like a soft reboot because it was going to Windows. But then with, you know, Touhou 10, it just... At least with 11, I don't like that it's still Reimu Marissa again, but it's made up for, considering that their options, abilities, are connected to characters, kind of like with Touhou 8 a bit. And that makes me feel better, at least, because then it kind of feels like there's 8 characters. And then starting with 12, they then start having like 3 to 4 characters. But then I heard but then to what I saw in Touhou 20, it's just Reimu Marissa again, and I don't even think it has like connections like with Touhou 11 at least. I'm just rambling on by this point. Also, I was curious to look online, but I wanted to see what was considered the most popular Touhou game, and from what I saw, Touhou 11 is considered one of the best, like, top 3, which surprises me, but it's really good. Other ones people say is one of the best is like Touhou 7 and 8. Which surprised me because, you know, Touhou 6 is like the most popular, so I thought maybe, but I don't know. Touhou 6 might be looked at as like the Final Fantasy 7. It's the most well-known and popular one, but I will say, like with Final Fantasy 7, I can definitely agree it's the most popular, but it isn't the best. Although it's close. I still would put Touhou 6 as my second favorite, but I can say now that Touhou 8 is my favorite. Although I will admit that I could see myself liking other Touhou games more than 6 someday, like Touhou 3, 7, and 9. But we'll have to see. Anyway, I want to keep this tradition going where for some reason I'm just able to end the video right at an hour. So it's gonna end. Bye bye.